of water that can pass through a nozzle to 2.5 gallons per minute. I will violate this law. I want a shower head that gushes water all over me.
Can I clarify?
What?
Which is that this law has actually been in place since 1992. What they're talking about now is they're going to close a loophole which says that, are you defining it as a valve or are you defining it as multiple shower heads? So we've talked about it. You're going to be in violation.
Loopholes. I like loopholes. I'm all for the loop. Wait a minute. You can have the shower that goes drip, drip, drip.
But it's the shower I have now, and it doesn't go drip, drip, drip.
You can have the shower head that goes drip, drip, drip.
I'm glad you're fancy schmancy and have 50 shower heads. Yes, 50 shower heads, and that's your problem.
Listen,
but most people don't have this problem. Most people are happy with
the overarching problem, though, here is not about Sean.
I grew up in a house with 3 older sisters and 1 bathroom. I never saw my shower. Let me tell you, I was taking baths in the back with a hose. I don't know what you're talking about. What?
No, the truth is the problem is the government, again, taking away personal decisions. I mean, this administration doesn't quite get it. You're talking about a president who doesn't really have any hair and a VP with plugs. They don't understand that it takes a lot of pressure to shower soap out of this. And this isn't even the thickest hair in my family. My brother's maid makes me look like David Gergen.
You mean that's real?
He spent like 20 minutes with the hair lady.
I spent 40 minutes with makeup.
All right. I just want to be left alone. Leave my shower. Don't tell me how much salt I can put in my food.
But I want to buy
soap. I want to buy Coca-Cola.
We're sitting here laughing. Who knows? They may be going too far with the shower head thing.
You
American
think?
Beach, yeah. There's probably 9 families out of 10 probably have 3 shower heads in their shower.
Well,
really?
In one shower, or you mean in their house?
In their one shower. You know, you've got these.
No,
things
you can actually buy. You can buy the shower head that actually has the extension where you get water fired at you from all the fancy schmancy. Excuse me.
I got one.
Oh, well, good. You're a liberal.
You should
listen. Live according to your standards. You get the drip, drip, drip. Good luck getting the Head and Shoulders out of your hair, or whatever other shampoo you use.
You're assuming she has dandruff? You're crossing the line, Mr. Hannity.
Whatever you use. I don't know. Whatever it is. I have no idea. This is the first one that came to mind. All right.
We're a tough crowd.
What kind of shampoo do you use?
Pantene. This is Pantene right here.
Pantene.
No product placement.
What do you use?
I use a bar of soap. I use Dial.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
All right. I still use Pro. All right. Oakland police chief is making some dire claims about what his force will and will not respond to if the layoffs go off as planned. For example, they have a partial list. Let's see, burglary, theft, embezzlement, grand theft, identity theft, false information on police officer, required register as a sex or arson offender.
Well, the first question you got to ask about Oakland is, will anybody notice, right? Whether or not any of these things.
At least it's not Detroit.
The second big thing you got to point out is this is all about the pension payments out there. They're trying to get givebacks from the police department so they don't have these outlandish pension costs. The 80 largest municipalities in California currently owe $28 billion in unfunded pension obligations. That state is just sinking under the weight of that.
And the truth is, if taxes increase government revenue, as this administration would tell you, there should be not a single precinct in California right now facing bankruptcy. It shouldn't happen.
Can we talk about the elephant in the room, which is that lots of states, not just California, are facing cuts for first responders, for teachers, and the United States had a chance to extend benefits to those states, and they chose not to.
Okay. You lived in New Jersey?
Great Garden State.
Garden State. Okay. Without Chris Christie, New Jersey, like New York, California, and all the big high-tax states would be going bankrupt right now. The only reason New Jersey has a chance to get out of it is because you have a really tough governor that took on a really liberal media, really liberal unions, and really liberal legislature to go back to fiscal responsibility. Isn't that what we need to do nationally?
Absolutely.
I think right now, nationally, what we need to focus on is getting our economy back on track and getting everyone who doesn't have a job.
How do you get the economy back on track? Dan Henniger knows. He works for the Wall Street Journal. You cut taxes, you stimulate the economy, you get rid of regulation.
Well, you get more growth back into the economy. But somehow these states have to get out from under the burden of this. And what's going on here is they know they have no more running room. There's nowhere to go to hide from these pension obligations. You can't raise. That's Chris Christie's message. Yeah. We have no other option other than to cut back.
And listen, I think Christie is going to end up being a model for the nation. The question is, how long will it take the nation to catch up to where New Jersey is going, and can they do it on their own? We just, this very day, hit, for this year, $1 trillion deficit, and we still got, 3 months to go. for the end of the fiscal year. So we're going to be at $1.4 trillion more Obama debt dollars.
And it's the citizens who suffer right now in terms of safety. And I would advise people in Oakland to get, whether this is a conceal and carry, and if somebody burgles your house, don't fill the little online form, shoot them. That's what I would say.
Okay, on that happy note, you're saying if somebody breaks into your house.
Well, that's the burglary is in there. I know it doesn't
what is that?
cover. It's
Pistol carry permit?
I'm sure Alicia is thrilled about this.
Strange turn.
Well, you're talking about the law enforcement, one of the few legitimate branches of government.
I thought we were talking about the deficit, and I was going to ask you whether we deal with it now or in 2 years, but now we've got...
The topic was about law enforcement and them not dealing with dangerous crimes.
But I have a backup. That's all the time we have left this evening. Thank you for being with us. Greta is next.